Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island, SutterHeyman.com.
Integrated Life has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essing, Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owner and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and the ticket.
Lane's Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and storages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit geography and goals. With a varied inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. And be paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Big box stores tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. Builds, build outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Block with Rick and Austin.
I'm going to hit you with the bad news first. The bad news is that this Omaha team signed the enemy. Sidney Hilly, the national champion setter for Wisconsin, was the second player signed by the pro club team in Omaha. Sidney Hilly is very good.
She's fantastic.
But she's the enemy.
Dang it.
She's the enemy.
What are we doing?
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. I am back.
Raff is back.
In the house with the sore back.
Why?
Because I was lifting golf carts.
You still hurting?
Oh, so bad.
Are you going to go see anybody?
No, I'm going to let it run its course.
What's the lesson learned?
He's going to let it
Lesson
ride.
learned, do not lift golf carts.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Lessons learned.
Oh boy.
Back and he's just all this energy, all this cooped up energy.
I was wondering if he was going to pay the price
I listened
for
to the end of the show yesterday. I heard the cracks on my loading like a computer.
Yeah.
I understand that wasn't me.
No more lifting track golf carts.
No more tractors.
Because we was looking at you like, we're 50, bro. What are you doing?
That's awesome. Before we get too far into the conversations, we got a new text line, not number, just a new software that we're using. And unfortunately in that, we lost all of our contact names. So if you would like, this is your opportunity. Not many people get this opportunity to rebrand themselves.
Rebrand.
You just send us your text of what you want your text line name to be. 402-464-5685. We're going to probably do this throughout the entire show, all of the shows today. Because right now it's just a ton of numbers and we don't know who people are.
Well, I'm going to assume I know who this person is, though.
Good. There it is. Yep. That was Thomas and Lincoln.
Yep, Thomas Longson. Tell you guys what, it was amazing not hearing Raff to spontaneously sing and talk about Denver, Mr. Unlimited or Crybaby Brady. Dude, can you imagine if Denver's actually good this year, what we're going to have to deal with, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, did you see that they're in the
guys.
They're in the mix for Dalvin Cook if he becomes available?
Ooh, the Cook sweepstakes.
Yep.
Dude, if Dalvin Cook, that would be a monster combination right there. Yes. Morning, Kyle Hooper. Morning, brother. Thanks for sending the garbologist. We see you. Bird in Columbus. Yeah, Big Bird. Yeah, 10-second Toby. Yes, Lockball. Lemonhead. Disc Golf Jake. Yeah, keep them coming, y'all. Keep them coming. As you keep your name coming. So text in if you want, like I said, like Nick said, if you want to rebrand your name, feel free to do that. Cough Dog, Mr. Pancake, Raff Legend.
That's me.
Did you seriously just text the text line yourself?
I just rebranded myself.
This guy.
Oh my gosh, man.
I came in hot today.
Yeah.
Living life, living the dream.
You did. It's good to have you back, brother.
Every day.
Folks, I cut the cord yesterday. Finally, actually, I actually got the TV yesterday because I need a smart TV, and it was time for me to get into one. I just didn't feel like, so I went online, looked at research real quick, and I just want to go in and grab it and get it out. I don't like walking around, learn. I just want to get in there, get out. Went in and got out, got the TV taken care of, and YouTube TV is glorious.
Yep, it is.
It is glorious, man. I'm going to enjoy that on my flight today, or just in the airport. I know I can pull it up on my phone and watch it. NFL Network, is on there. NFL Game Package. So I'm happy about all that. I'm happy to I finally cut the cord and it's done, bro.
And you got the NFL Network. Or not the NFL Network, the NFL Sunday ticket.
NFL Sunday ticket.
Oh, yeah.
And no more of this, because dude, DirecTV, I was getting charged ridiculous. I just said, I'm done. And then when you call them, they'd always say, well, we're going to work it down for, might do it for like maybe 60 days or so. Then before you know it, it's back up there again. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done with all this. You got rid of the boxes. It's a lot cleaner. So I'm loving that part of it. But yeah, folks, great job. Appreciate you guys putting this all in there. And Hunter says you guys got jokes. Denver being good, never again. No, I'm not saying Denver not being good, never again. I actually liked Denver before Raff. We started this radio show.
Oh, he loves them
because it just gets exhausting. But Denver is not going to be a slouch. And I know some folks think I'm crazy. And I'm just kind of segueing here. We get your names in. I don't think Green Bay is going to be either, man. I'm still saying that's going to be a team that will be dangerous. They don't be receivers necessarily, top notch, but you better be careful for those sleeping giants, man. So, Raff, back to your back, man. What are you going to do to take care of your back? Because you're out of commission basically for a while.
No, I'm getting better. It's looser today than what it was. It's coming around. I'm like,
are you stretching at all?
Yeah, I'm kind of like bionic. It's sore a little bit, but I'll bounce back.
Who calls himself bionic?
Me.
You if you had a sore bionic doesn't have sore backs.
Well,
if you were so bionic, why is your back sore?
Because sometimes the mechanics get rusty, and now I've got it knocked out.
You know what that's called? Too old to be doing something that stupid is what it's called. I was looking at you like, good luck on your back for about a month, buddy.
I know.
See, Nick, during the summer, in the fall, I don't want to do anything that can prevent me from golfing. Because we only can play for so many months.
Oh, I can golf. Trust me, I can golf.
Have you swung a club since then?
Heck yeah, I've been practicing.
No, I mean a real club, not just bending backward. No, I mean really played.
I have not.
You have not,
but I could if I wanted to. I could golf.
but you'd have to grit it out.
Nah, I'd be fine.
Okay. Exercise in the weight room. Certain things I just don't do that can mess me up from trying to play golf. I don't care if I play bad golf because I do a lot, but I want to be out there. I don't want some prevent. Have you ever been hurt to where you couldn't play golf?
I had it in my elbow for a couple weeks.
Could you play golf though?
I couldn't, but then I got one of those like arm brace like type things.
Sleeve?
Yeah, then I was fine once I
Yeah.
got that. But without it, I was pretty.
See, you were with me the last time, almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Next week, to where I knew. I mean, I literally, Nick, was in tears, man,
No
because I
golf.
knew I wasn't. And obviously, but I just knew my life was going to change dramatically, and just the unknown. You know, the surgery, that last round at Pioneers. I'm getting off the course, my boys and Raff, and I'm just thinking, dang, I don't know when I'll get to play again. So when you've been to the point where you can't play, and it's out of your control, man, you don't want to do nothing that's in your control to prevent you from playing, man.
Through that.
David from Renew, baby, I envy his golf because he plays a lot
every day.
I'm seeing a new funky fresh shirt he's got on, a nice stogie, some buddies he's playing with. So David Renew, keep living life, my man, because I'm living vicariously through you with all your golf pictures, man. I love it. I tell you what's not being loved right now. If you are Roy or Tiger Woods right now,
yeah,
Raff,
Jay Monahan needs to be taking the next plane out of the PGA.
$800 million for Tiger, 500 million for Rory, Hideki $300 million. I can keep going on and on and on. And they stood up for what they perceived as the right thing, only to have that thing they stood up for totally bite them in the tail.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I wouldn't care if it was 20 million.
Yeah. Oh, it's
stayed loyal to something, to an organization that didn't stay loyal to you.
And zero communication to its players who they pride themselves that, our players. And then you just completely blindside them. But it will be interesting watching Full Swing season 2 because apparently they had the cameras running when
in Canada
when Rory found out about it. So you're gonna see how his reaction
my
to
goodness.
it.
There's gonna be a lot of beep, 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 beep.
It's just so pathetic that you have this, you draw this line in the sand, and you have Jay Monahan, who's basically the number one guy against the Live Tour, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day and we've joined the Live Tour. It's like there's just a lot of negative stuff that goes into that, and unfortunately the PGA is going to see backlash from that because there's people out there there are a lot of people out there that don't care much for the Saudi Arabian, the way they got their money. A lot of that money is not clean money, but at the end of the day, money wins out again, and so forth. But I'm curious to see how they're gonna shape this up, because the golfers that went to the Live, a lot of them went not only for the money, they went for the schedule being not as grueling as what it is in the PGA Tour. So now you're going to come back and play two sides of the fence and say, okay, well, we've joined together, but those golfers only have to golf like 12 times a year, while these other golfers are golfing 42. I mean,
good luck. They're in a cluster muck right now.
Oh yeah,
a major one.
They've opened up something that it's kind of almost like the NIL. It's a mess.
Well, let me ask you this: I was working on my laptop yesterday and just was so intrigued with it, because this was, and some of you folks aren't golfers, so we get that. But if you are, and we're not, obviously the whole show's not going to cover, but it's major. This is like major news to have three tours combined together: the DP, the PGA, and of course the Live Tour, to combine. There was something that was said yesterday and rumored that could potentially happen with Phil, because Phil got apparently $100 million up front, and the next portion is $33 million paid over his years. They're saying he might have to may not get that next $100 million. So there's going to be lawsuits. You're going to wait a minute. I signed a contract. If I would have left that tour, you were telling me I was going to be on the handle for $400 to $500 million. So now you're telling, it's a mess.
Yep.
And then when they talk about antitrust laws, it's like, if this is not a monopoly, what is it? So it's a mess right now, man. And I seriously think, guys, I seriously, they're still going to play golf, yes, but it is a horrible mess right now. It's a horrible mess right now. Mm-hmm. And then he goes on CNBC to announce it in like a shrouded time with a guy you'd never heard of before leading the interview, unless you watch CNBC Financial News. ESPN was one of the last ones to even break the story, because they were like, this can't be true. ESPN was like, check all sources. This cannot be true. They're like, bruh, he's on TV right now talking about it.
Yeah, I was stunned when I saw it. I saw it right just coming out of the funeral or whatever, and I was like, what is going on here? And I pulled it up, and I was like, no, that's not right. So I was like, you got to be kidding me.
It is.
But it's definitely, there's a lot of stuff. Like Bryson DeChambeau, he came out, he's like, our leadership, they told us what was going to happen, and it came to fruition. Their leadership told them so, and it's like, yeah, it's a mess.
Yes, unknown texter says Rory is scheduled to talk to the media this afternoon. I don't want to miss it. Yeah, I don't want to miss that either, man. I'll be, I don't want to miss that. It's bad, y'all.
It's dangerous. So I mean, after they got more details of negotiations and how it took place, there were 5 people in the room deciding to build an entire new tour while the 200 plus members had no clue, for a player run tour.
Read that again, bro.
The meetings, the negotiations took place with about 5 people.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. 5.
Chappelle 5th.
Yep.
But
that's what Monahan's been trying now. Plead.
Yeah. Well, they were even like Rory sits on one of the committees or whatever. He did not even know about it, and he would have been one that you'd want to know about it. But.
Well, I guess in that meeting there were people that were. I mean, I guess it was heated. Mm-hmm. There were people that said you need to resign. People gave the guy who said it an ovation. Jordan Lincoln, what's up, baby? Says AD and Raff be out playing golf is awesome, good or bad, kind of like the pizza thing. When it's bad, it's still pretty good. You got that right, man. You got that right. Yeah, and granted, first of all, and one of the textures put this in. Me and Raff, and I know Nick is privy to this too. It's not like the Saudis haven't been pumping money to the PGA for years already. Yeah. I mean, we already know that. But, the tournaments, we've had tournaments over in Saudi Arabia. Yep. They have, but to be partnership, like business partners, like business partners is totally different, man. So it's an interesting thing right now. Yeah, Rico, absolutely. It's a different beast right now, man. It's a different beast. You guys, we got a lot of news. We got a lot of things to talk about. Keep texting in those names to you, please, folks. We appreciate that.
If you've already texted it in, we have it. So if you don't need to text it in again. We have all of them that you've texted in. I've gone through all of them. But if you want to be recognized as a specific name on the text line, now's your opportunity to do this.
Did you put mine in?
I did. I put it as Chris Raff.
You didn't put Raff Legend?
No.
How can I rebrand myself if you don't?
You don't get through talking.
This man called himself a legend.
Yep. I'm sorry, Raff.
Disappointing.
There is somebody says, can you rename me Let's Ride so I can annoy Raff as much as he does us with that phrase? He followed up with, I was joking, by the way, but I still put it in as Let's Ride.
Let's Ride.
I'm going to put my name in as Denver Sucks.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, there's AD again.
Or IHD. I hate Denver.
I hate Denver.
And the thing about it, I don't, but it's heading that direction.
Yep.
Another direction we're going to have, folks, we're going to head toward break because on the other side of this break, we have plenty to talk about. There's been a change up in the Husker baseball staff. Husker men's football staff is doing a lot of work, man. They are grinding like crazy to the satellite camp down in Texas, where our very own Steve Sipple was down there as well, covering that. There were some scholarship offers as well. And I was reading some of the numbers of these kids last night. I'm thinking, boy, are we recruiting the Olympic track team? There's quite a few out there. Also, there's a big NBA game tonight in case you've been paying attention. Denver does go and visit Miami on the road, so that's a huge game that's going to take place there. And also, yes, there was a lot of money left on the table with the PGA, the DP, and the Live Tour that was that made that a major mega merger move yesterday. So lots to talk about this afternoon. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. It is a nice day outside. Keep texting in those names you'd like for yourself, folks. We'll be right back. This is the ticket. We got Raff in the house. We got Nick, AD. We're on the ticket. Be right back.
Honk if you love trucks and hold it. Be not. Excited to announce that we're giving away 8 Atlas Blue 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks. So get to your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer and play $2 trucks and bucks today. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company. Top prize odds, 1 in 336,000.
Hi,
I'm a volleyball. It's an okay life. I go back and forth about it. But I really wish I was a Nebraska Lottery Powerball or Mega Millions Mega Ball. See, all they have to do is mix around in a big plastic bubble and roll down a ramp, and then people win millions. What a great life. As for me, I get thrown around all day and have to worry about getting spiked, which is about to happen right now. Ow! Couldn't you just do a nice, gentle tip?
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at PremierDW.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Need service on your home air conditioner? No matter what brand you have, just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
Save money on energy-efficient equipment with the LES Sustainable Energy Program. Nearly half of the financial incentives are still available for qualifying projects. View incentives and learn more at les.com/SEP.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in June. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
How many times has the dad in your life complained about being tired and sore and done nothing about it? Why not change things up this year for Father's Day with a gift certificate for a massage from the Body Shop? It's not a day at the golf course or a new tool for the shop, but it is something that can make activities less painful going forward. Get Dad a gift certificate today for Father's Day at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
I'm going to hit you with the bad news first. The bad news is that this Omaha team signed the enemy. Sidney Hilly, the national champion setter for Wisconsin, was the second player signed by the pro club team in Omaha. No! Sidney Hilly is very good.
She's fantastic.
But she's the enemy.
Dang it.
She's the enemy.
What are we doing?
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday. Ticket. Wednesday.
You know, I gotta get something off my chest, man.
Uh-oh.
I gotta get something off my chest. It's been on about the past 90.
Is it Alessandro?
Oh, gosh, you had to bring up Alessandro.
Alessandro.
She sent me a Snapchat. We were talking this morning.
Oh, no.
But yeah, the dude's name is Alessandro. So, no, it's not Alessandro. I don't want to talk about that dude. But
Daddy,
apparently,
I won't be coming home in July.
Oh, so no, you ain't got to worry about that.
Hey.
Daddy going to be there.
AD.
No, you're right. She's
Where's
coming
she
home
at
tomorrow.
Huh?
Where's she at again?
You know what, you guys?
AD, just answer the question. Where's she at again?
She's in Rome.
She's in Rome.
Yeah,
The
man.
dude's name was Alessandro.
Yeah.
AD.
You know what his name's going to be? I Can Find You.
AD.
If you mess with my daughter.
AD. I mean, you might have a destination wedding in Rome.
Oh, no.
As long as Alessandro's family's paying for it. Because her family lives in Lancaster County. You can get married anywhere you want. As long as it's Lancaster County.
I'm
Get
just
married
saying.
at
Did he have
Pioneers
the
Park.
accent?
Get married at Peter Pan Park, Oak Lake, Branchville.
Did she say the name with the accent and all that?
No, she just said daddy. And I know when I hear dad, I'm like, okay, I see her account. She don't need more money. But I said, daddy, I met a guy.
I met a boy.
And I knew, I was just like, you know what? I got to keep my head right, dog, because here's the beauty of it. We actually talk about things.
I was gonna say, at least she told you.
Yeah, we're very tight, man.
I met a guy. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys over there. That's
I'm like, that's good.
You walked by, you said hi. Yeah, that counts as meeting.
Daddy,
AD
so
starts
sweet.
AD starts popping his blood pressure medicine like candy.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I start chewing on them like chiclets. No, guys, really doing good. AD, why are you matching your red shirt right now? When a black dude is red, he mad.
It's impressive. Hey. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah. That's not what I'm pissed about, but I am pissed now that you brought up. Which one of you knuckleheads brought up Alessandro?
It was Rico.
It wasn't.
Yeah, Alessandro. Yeah. Alessandro will go missing.
At least Alessandro's good enough to date his daughter.
Oh,
that's fine. I didn't try it. Don't bring this up again. Do not bring this up.
Okay, bye now.
Wow.
Do not bring this up
Alessandro
again.
and Rico are the same because they like to set, they like to light the match.
He doesn't
and
even
then
know
dip out.
Alessandro.
Yeah, I don't even know this cat yet, but and maybe not. I maybe won't get to know him. But I tell you what, yeah. So not Alessandro is what I was pissed at. Now I am, but I am. Hey, Raff, give me something stronger for this coffee, man.
I'm fuming.
I'm pissed about it because Rico came in here, man. He knows we're intermittent fasting.
Yep.
Rico comes in here with a sausage, or something. What did he come in here with, man?
It was like some quesadilla
hash brown. And I'm sitting there smelling it. He's just crunching it. And I'm thinking, dude, I seriously want to jump the little dude, man, and just snatch his food up.
Mild sauce.
Oh, mild sauce.
Does he got a saying on it?
It says you're cute.
No, not after the last. I'm not. No.
One more.
Come on, Rico.
Let Rico talk.
Yeah.
That's what Alessandro said.
Oh,
Cut his
man.
mic forever.
Oh, my.
Cut his mic forever.
Wow. And he's done for the day.
He's done for the year.
Dang.
It says you're cute.
Dang.
Yeah, you're real cute, dog.
See, Rico thinks he's all cool right now, but in about 15 years, Rico, Rico steps into the fire.
Yep.
I cannot
Yep.
wait,
That's
bro.
gonna be good.
I cannot wait. It's all fun and games for your own daughter's that age, man. You know, the little cute packages and things of that nature. Yeah, yeah. That's all cute. You just wait until he has his own little Alessandro's is calling his daughter, man. You just wait. Yeah. That's the reason why I work out still, man. Because I'm like, I never know when I'm to beat a dude down, man.
Rico, stop eating the Taco Bell.
Yeah, Rico.
No, you're done. You're done. You can't just grab it and expect to be able to talk.
Yeah, hey, unknown Texas says
I got
Rico.
people to take care of that for me.
Yeah. Well, I got some people in Rome too. I told her about it. I said I got plenty of contacts from Rome. We're just gonna have to call the Rome office. And yeah, Rico, unknown text, you're right. Rico's about to come up missing.
Gosh.
Fellas, there's been a change, man. There will be somebody missing, and Husker staff will be replaced. You guys, the news was broken yesterday that Chrissy and those guys mutually agreed to part ways. And you know, I wish the best to Chrissy. He's a Husker still.
Yep.
And that's the bottom line. That man still played for the Huskers. Was done in 2005. Had a heck of a season when he was here. You guys, where do we go from? Do you think that we get you know who to switch to go from the office onto the field?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean that's the no brainer. Rob Childress is the guy. That's the no brainer. I also, I mean, like, just to illustrate how not interesting, but how tough of a move this could have been, right? Will Bolt, Jeff Christie, obviously teammates at Nebraska, right? And Christie also was a volunteer assistant at Nebraska under Darren Erstad. Then he spent 2 seasons with Will Bolt and Rob Childress at Texas A&M. And then now 4 seasons at Nebraska all together. I mean, that's it's not easy firing friends. Or parting ways with friends, however you want to word it.
Right.
And in a way, Will Bolt's doing what he needs to do to not only save his job, but get Nebraska baseball onto where they need to be, because the last 2 years haven't been necessarily acceptable. And I think with Christie, unfortunately, the thing that kind of did him in, it wasn't so much the ERA. The ERAs weren't like great in the Big Ten Conference, for anything, for what it's worth. But they struggled to develop 2 things: a solid number 3 pitcher for like a Sunday, and a solid midweek guy. They continued to lose midweek games to Creighton, South Dakota State, North Dakota State, Omaha. You can't do that. You cannot do that. We talked about how important RPI is and how bad those losses hurt your RPI.
Brutal.
And you just don't have any room for error in the Big Ten tournament to lose games to like North Dakota State and such. So with that in mind, I think it was less maybe even about the earned run average, which wasn't great. I think it was, a little bit of above average in the Big Ten. But you struggle to develop a Sunday starter, and you struggle to develop a midweek guy or a couple midweek guys out of your bullpen. And your 4 best arms out of the bullpen are expected to leave after this season, so they're not going to be back next year.
What you guys, Raff? Well, a guy like Childress, who's got, just a wealth of experience and knowledge, his baseball acumen is extremely high. What does that mean for the Husker basketball team? Basketball. Well, it would help them too.
Well, they're going to the tournament.
They throw some hell of a bounce passes now. What does that mean for the baseball team, man? Because like you said, it's fellas. And Raff, we mentioned that guy. I was listening to the commercial the other day. We talked about was it a kick in the shin or was it a stepping stone? Nebraska's they're not that far though, guys.
No.
In baseball, I mean, so with a guy like Childress, how does that help us get over the hump, man?
I think one of the big things, he'll just bring name credibility. So I would have to think it'd be a shot in the arm in the recruiting, just for the fact that he had some very successful years down at Texas A&M. He's put pitchers in the major leagues. So I'm hoping, it'll just be a shot in the arm. And I've got to believe that he has some ideas, maybe that, like, sometimes when you're on the staff, like you've heard it from previous staffs, not baseball, but all over the place, that yes, you have a person on staff and they have their ideas, but you don't want to step on the toes of that the head person. So I'm guessing he has ideas of way to improve things, but he probably didn't want to go out of it. He did not want to step on Jeff Christie's toes out of respect to him as being the head pitching coach. So and then again, we might even be talking out of turn. Maybe they'll go out of house and they'll pick someone up, and Childress will end up, maybe going somewhere else and being a head coach somewhere. But I'm hoping the way it plays out is that they name him the pitching coach, and hopefully they can get things turned around, because if you look back at the most successful years in Nebraska baseball, Rob Childress was the pitching coach.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. The 54-year-old spent 8 seasons on the staff at Nebraska from 98 to 2005. Huskers pitchers produced 4 of the top 5 single-season strikeout totals in school history at that time, including a school record 538 strikeouts in 2005. The good kind of strikeouts, not you striking out. You're striking out other guys. So that comes from on3.com, by the way.
Yep.
So,
when the news came out, none of us were surprised, though, that there would be changes, because Coach, you think about this. Coach Bolt said, "I'm going to do whatever it takes to get us." He goes, "I'm going to do whatever it takes to get us where we need to be to win." I mean, that was, I think, the interview right after the game. Basically, and you knew there was going to be changes. I thought there was a lot of class, though, by Bolt and his entire team, because Christie did take some pounding from some folks because of the pitching, and you heard the same message internally from those guys. We're going to keep working hard. We're going to keep working hard. Not throwing us, like you said, out of that respect for him too. Former teammates, etc. Man. So I was glad to see that. But change. These guys know in this business. These guys and girls who coach, they know the business. Change is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Before we get to break, let's get to Mike on the Honda of Lincoln hotline, 402-464-5685. Mike, what's up, man?
Hey, guys. I would love to get Childress. The thing you'd have to ask yourself, though, according to the On3, they know as a fact he applied for a couple jobs last year, head coaching jobs. So do you take a guy that might only be here a year or two, or do you want a little more stability than that? Now, I would love to get him. And the other thing, though, the converse side is he has a cabin on the Platte River that he bought when he was here the first time in the early 2000s. Came back all the time, loves it in Nebraska. His daughter went to school here, so could he possibly be happy being a pitching coach? But I don't know if would you want a guy that's only going to be here a year or two?
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you, brother.
I know of some of the jobs that Childress applied for, and they were maybe not as high caliber of jobs as you guys think. I think he's a guy that just loves being around the game, and loves that developmental side of players. And so I think one also, I mean, you have to look at how he left Texas A&M and why he left Texas A&M. It's not that their situation at Texas A&M got stale, but it was like, all right, it kind of ran its course. He had been there for an extended period of time. And Texas A&M was able to get Jim Schlossnagle from TCU, who had just taken the Horned Frogs to a couple College World Series trips. So that's why I think when you look at kind of how that Texas A&M situation, you gotta remember, he didn't necessarily get fired from A&M. It was just one of those things where it's, okay, we kind of feel like we're in a stalemate where it's just we're just kind of doing the same thing over and over again. And that's when you're there for an extended period of time, that's kind of what happens eventually. And he kind of just came back to Nebraska. Why? Because the guy loves to hunt and fish. He just loves to be. He loves Nebraska, as kind of Mike alluded to with the whole cabin thing. But I think he just loves being around the game of baseball, which is why he maybe applied for some jobs.
And then I think too, you look at it is. He was talking about the stability factor that he might only be around for a couple of years, but what is the only way that he would not be around in a couple of years would be that he's turned the Nebraska pitching staff around.
You're right.
And he starts getting looks. So I say roll the dice with him. If we only get him for a year or two, hey, let's go for it. Because if he leaves after a year or two,
he's left it better.
He's exactly.
Well, and I think guys, honestly, you don't want to look back in 2 years and after you go out of house and say, man, we had Rob Childress in our back pocket,
sitting right here,
and we didn't utilize him.
Sitting right.
Well, they still kind of look back, and they go back a little bit back in the day when Coach Van Horn left Nebraska, and it was the choice between Anderson and Childress, and they did like that Cole head coaching thing. And I think if you went back and looked at it, you probably would have went with Childress now. But so this is their chance where maybe they can be like, all right, we're going to roll with Childress. If he leaves after 2 years, it's for a good thing. So,
well, and Childress is how old? 50 what?
54.
You know, at 54 years old, it makes him 56 in 2 years. Do you want to uproot again? Especially if you're successful here.
Yeah.
He's had it before. But again, this is a business. We know that things are very transient and very fluid, so you never know. But that'd be my pick. With limited knowledge I have, you guys got a lot more knowledge than I do, but I also understand with somebody who can coach, they can coach, and he's proven that he's a bona fide coach and a good one. So, folks, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We have plenty of history to talk about. We get to hear those sweet singing angels.
The doctors.
To hear that. On the other side, we also have some Husker news. Huskers made some offers, some impressive athletes down at the satellite camp. We'll be right back on the other side. This is The Drive. AD, Raff, Nick, holding it down. The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Sandhills information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new opens in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Save money on energy-efficient equipment with the LES Sustainable Energy Program. Nearly half of the financial incentives are still available for qualifying projects. View incentives and learn more at les.com/SEP.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior. Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Need service in your home air conditioner? No matter what brand you have, just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
How many times has the dad in your life complained about being tired and sore about it? Why not change things up this year for Father's Day with a gift certificate for a massage from the Body Shop? It's not a day at the golf course or a new tool for the shop, but it is something that can make activities less painful going forward. Get Dad a gift certificate today for Father's Day at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop. at 48th and A.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. And there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large ones to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Pecan Cake, baked to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Our lives have so much time, but you have less. Your life could be 10 years shorter, and the time you do have is often filled with health problems, shortness of breath, COPD, and cancer. But the minute you quit, your body starts healing.
Call the Nebraska Quick line 1-800-QUIT-NOW. 1-844-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. NTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. Wednesday, the sweet song of AD, voice of greatness.
Bronco sock. Let's go. Black and yellow.
He might be the worst singer of all time. We're done.
Black and yellow,
oh,
baby.
Lord.
Black and yellow, baby. Black and yellow, baby. Black and yellow, baby.
Shake it
By
up.
the way, I want to say this. Dan Campbell says Jared Goff has never been a better quarterback in his life than right now.
Detroit Lions, Nuggets.
I just want to tell you that right now.
Russell Wilson's lost 20 pounds. He's in fine physical form. Ready for an
it's like
all-pro
Adrian Martinez in
season.
Nebraska.
Super Bowl MVP on
We're just going to
CBS.
take some pounds off of him so he can run a little quicker.
How did he have 20 pounds to lose?
That's what I thought.
He was pretty chunky last
Yeah.
year. But now he's skinny.
Dan Campbell talking about Jared Goff. I mean, it's easy to be the best quarterback you've ever been when you sucked before. And also Adrian Martinez signed by the Detroit Lions.
I know Adrian Mart did get signed by the Lions.
There we go.
Hendon Hooker's there too.
That's a good quarterback room after the starter.
Yeah, it's good quarterback. It's good everything.
You take the starter out, it's a really good quarterback.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know why? Because Detroit. We some dogs. We some dogs.
he's gone.
Hold on.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone now. Yeah.
It's sad. Jamal Williams left.
Yeah.
Hey, when someone knocks you down, you bite their kneecap and you rip it off. And they knock you down again, you rip the other kneecap off.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's a crazy person.
Nyla says Raff makes my hatred for Denver so much greater. Yeah, it gets there. Rico, it says Rico gonna be missing in the Rico Grande. Yes, absolutely. You keep talking about my daughter.
I can't find the Lions one. I can't remember when I saved that. It's all
what file
gone.
you saved it under? Dude, Newt, always good to see you, man. Good morning to you, brother. And also, there was one unknown texter. Yes, shout out to your cousin becoming an official member of the Husker softball team. Big shout out to unknown texter.
Nice.
Absolutely. Bella, appreciate it. Absolutely giving a shout out to that. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of changes coming up with just the NFL in general, man. Just like I said,
it's close.
Roster, it's getting close, y'all.
We get
you know
7-game basketball
Did you guys
series,
know what?
1 month away. Let's ride. Sorry, I got excited. I'm sorry, listeners out there. It just happened.
Yeah. So far, no team has signed up for Hard Knocks yet.
Yeah.
Nobody wants them to film their practice.
But they have to, though. It's an NFL contract, so
Yeah.
someone will be chosen.
Yeah, so far, no one has signed up. It's kind of like Coach Bush and some of those guys. And I'm sorry, and Jake, we're talking about yesterday. I wouldn't want my team on Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
No, I would not. I would not want that. At all. It's like no, I don't. Because there's a camera in your face all the time. You already have a camera in your face all the time. But we love it as fans and spectators. But as a coach, player, I wouldn't want that mess, man. I wouldn't do that.
Go lift the golf cart.
And David, here's the deal: you have to tell Raff. Raff will have to tell you, "Aren't you impressed?" And you have to respond, "Yes, I'm impressed." Hence why his back is on fire right now from some shenanigans this weekend. But it is time for some history.
Now punting.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much of biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
I love it.
If you never talk Broncos history.
Ooh, Broncos history.
What a wonderful world this would be. If you never talked Elway to me. What a wonderful world it would be.
Oh, you guys would miss it so much.
No, not at all.
If I quit talking Elway and Broncos, you guys would be distraught. The listeners wouldn't know what to do in the mornings. They'd have no one to pick on.
I don't even think Elway would want you to talk about Elway that much. It'd be a little weird.
The problem is if Raff stopped talking about Elway and the Broncos, Raff just wouldn't talk.
Yeah, you know what?
I'd be like this.
Well, he's still telling us how great he is. And
Go ahead, stop talking about Broncos.
Yeah. This is not about the Broncos. In 1982 New York Mets draft Dwight Gooden and Roger McDowell and Randy Myers. Dude, it does not seem like it's been that long since Dwight Gooden has been playing. Well, but just that drafted, I would say, since that long, because I was literally 8 years old when he got drafted. Nick was even not even a blip.
Nope.
At that point at all.
Roger McDowell, I believe his nickname was Blackjack.
Blackjack. I didn't know that, man. I did not know that. In 1966, Raff, your favorite Reggie Jackson guy.
Yeah, Reggie.
New York Mets, they passed on Reggie Jackson. The Mets passed on Reggie Jackson. They select Antelope Valley High School catcher Steve Chilcutt.
How'd that work out for you, man?
You know what reminds me of how Sam Bowie was chosen ahead of Jordan.
Nope.
Yeah, but you go with the best information you have at the time. Because you think about this. Really, besides the jump, the jumper he hit for the championship win against Georgetown in 1982. Jordan was an amazing player. Don't be wrong. Obviously we know that in college, but you got to get a big man. So they thought, Sam Bowie dominated and put in work, and just the rest is history. Jordan could have literally been in Portland with Nike. Imagine that. That's crazy to think about. But at the same time, who knows what would have transpired had if what way was supposed to happen happened. What way was supposed to happen, it happened. It's crazy like that in sports. And folks, and in Husker history, there's a lot that I have to talk about too. But in 2003, I didn't realize it had been this long. Coach Boyd Epley is reported to be on the way out as strength coach and conditioning director. Also, two former Huskers choose their transfer schools. Quarterback Kurt Duke goes to Duke, and running back Marcus Simmons to Iowa. I forgot about Marcus Simmons, Raff.
Gosh, so did I.
I totally forgot Marcus Simmons.
That is a name I've not heard of in 20 years.
No, literally. Wow. Literally. And think about this.
Stunned.
Think about because the way we know it too, put it this way, strength and conditioning has not been the same since 2003, as far as that goes. Mm-hmm. It's not been the same since then, and it's 20 years ago this week. And like I said, it's that trust and verify thing. Yep. Get back to explosiveness and the basics, man. Just back to the basics. Randy Goebel, former strength and conditioning assistant. And Coach Goebel, hope you're doing well, buddy. It was great to see you Saturday at the store. We're just kind of just reminiscing a little bit in the parking lot. And I'll never forget, my freshman year, I was putting this pad on to do squats on my neck. My neck, I had got basically cold cocked in practice. And I was like, man, he goes, we don't wear pads here in Nebraska. I'll never forget that, man. I have not, and I don't do squats anymore, but I never wore a pad after that, man. Never. Even the gloves, don't mess with the weightlifting gloves, man. I'm not knocking anybody that does, but that was old school at Nebraska. You did squats, like real squats. You know what, to the grass. You know what I'm saying? We did bench presses. Everything was legs, power, 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 power. Because think about, you see some of these guys that are, that don't have the size. I see a lot of guys in the gym, they're real big. I'm like, you know what? You can put size on anybody because Boyd did it. Yep. Boyd would put muscle and size on you, man. So shout out to Coach Epley, who had just turned 76 last week as well. So me and Reddy were talking about that. Happy birthday again to Coach Epley. Folks, that is history for the day. This segment is history because we got some Husker football to talk about, lots of recruiting. It's The Drive with that guy that likes that team to the west. And it's Nick, who's riding with that team up in the north. And it's AD, black and yellow, baby. The Ticket.
Too many people with pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in most advanced tech and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation, 531-2455, or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sand.jobs.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You are so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton. Find your next ride, road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4311. Solar by Alpine Electric.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in June. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
How many times has the dad in your life complained about being tired and sore and done nothing about it? Why not change things up this year for Father's Day with a gift certificate for a massage from the Body Shop? It's not a day at the golf course or a new tool for the shop, but it is something that can make activities less painful going forward. Get Dad a gift certificate today for Father's Day at the Body Shop Lincoln.com. Body Shop at 48th and A.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wing for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. But there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms will be a possibility late this afternoon. It will be hot with a high of 93. Very light south winds at around 10. Overnight dropping down to around 65 with partly cloudy skies. We'll see a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, just a touch cooler with a high of 87. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion and author Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. I feel like we're at the zoo right now. Rico is holding food up against the window, and AD is about ready to attack it.
Let's say your coworker, you're starving. You feel like eating your own fingers off your own hand. And then you leave it to Rico, throwing up breakfast sandwiches through the window, putting hot sauce on it, eating until his little belly is full. Meanwhile, I'm here, sucking down saliva. Jack Russell sent this in. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have any money. But what I do have is a particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. It's for you, Alessandro. If you let my daughter do that, that is one of the greatest ones right now. Jack, we're sending that right now. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you, and I will end you.
Chase B, if you attack Rico, AD, just imagine that he's Alessandro.
Okay, that might be a bad deal because Rico may not make it to his show.
Happy hour.
Am I see Rico?
Uh-oh. What's happening? I wasn't listening.
That's a good thing.
What's happening? AD.
AD's got a particular set of skills.
Remember, your daughter is my daughter.
I like that.
Right?
Let's keep that.
Yeah, have some fun.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
No, we want to beat him up.
No, we want to beat him up.
You want to be.
So neither of your daughters are good enough for Nick?
No.
Why is this a thing? Raff, why are you doing this?
See, my daughter's about to be a supermodel.
You know what? See, here's what happens. He lights that match, lights the fire, and then wonders, why is everything burning?
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything. His voice went up 3 octaves. I
just asked the questions that need to be asked. Our listeners want to know.
No, our listeners don't want to know. No one wants to know. Not one listener has asked that question.
I have the pulse of our listeners.
You know, I was actually excited to see you today, Raff.
See?
Oh, actually was?
He said actually like he's never excited to see you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, anytime you throw the actually in there, that means, oh, you ain't been too excited.
Every other day, he's like, I got to talk to Raff today.
With all due respect, Ralph.
I was actually excited to see you today.
I was excited to see you too.
No offense.
Yeah, JP, gaslighter. Exactly what he does, man. He just lights stuff up, man.
What is going on here?
He just lights stuff up. And then,
I'm the nicest guy I know.
Then he does a Steve Urkel. Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Raff and Nick are just the worst, aren't they?
I'm more of a Stefan Urquell. Hello.
That's not. That's not any better.
Hey,
Stefan Urquell.
That's
Hello.
still not any better.
No. Hey, Steve Urkel's putting in work now, though, man. I mean, that dude has had a successful career. Looks done a lot of things, man. But back then, did I do that?
Did I do that?
Well, speaking of do that, you guys, I want to get your opinions. Rick, I want to get yours too while you're on this. What makes a good recruiter? I've been thinking about it before we get what makes a good recruiter, because we've been talking about this a lot. I was talking to my buddy that's coaches for the Big Ten school here, another buddy that's in the NFL as part of their regime. I was asking those guys this: what makes a good recruiter, in you guys' opinion? Because think about this right now. Before NIL, before the transfer portal, you had to be a good recruiter. Okay. And the thing that pissed me off when I kept hearing people say it's hard to recruit to Nebraska, man, get the hell out of here with that. You don't think it's not hard to recruit in Iowa? Mm-hmm. It's not hard to recruit in Wisconsin? It's not hard to recruit. I mean, think about these teams. Manhattan, Kansas? Leipold sure is getting them in there. K-State? So when I hear people say it's hard to recruit to Nebraska, then don't coach at Nebraska.
Well,
Period.
I bounce back a lot to it too. Is if you put Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and Lincoln, Nebraska together, I'd choose Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, you would.
I mean, I know they're closer to the south.
They're closer to the south.
But if you look at Tuscaloosa as the city of Tuscaloosa, I would choose Lincoln, Nebraska.
You know what? When I think about one thing that all those teams hold relevant, winning.
Yep.
Yeah. People will go if you're winning.
Nobody was complaining back in that.
People will go if you win.
I mean, that's the
weather's not that big of a factor.
That's the only difference. If you give some of these teams, you just give them the same records. You just make them middle of the pack teams. What school in there? Nobody has like an upper hand or anything. And you're trying to recruit to Tuscaloosa and you're trying to recruit to Lincoln, Nebraska. It's pretty much the same, aside from being in the South and playing in warmer weather all year.
Yeah, you've been to Auburn, Alabama before, Rico?
I have not.
Not a lot there, buddy.
I've driven through Alabama.
Not a lot there. Tuscaloosa, not a lot there. But you know what it is? Championships.
And it gets chilly
and wins.
It gets chilly in November in Alabama too. I'll vouch for that.
Yeah, my relatives are down there. I'll be in Alabama next week. Okay, perfect example. Where I'm going today. I'm going to Charleston, South Carolina. South Carolina, there ain't a lot in South Carolina where that school's at. It's not in Charleston, but there's not where that's at. They win. We can go anywhere on the map. What makes a good recruiter?
Honesty.
Being able to relate to the kids on some kind of level, and being honest and being great with the parents. I think the parents portion of it is kind of one of the more underrated parts of it, because you've heard it before where if you're in good with mom, if you're in good with dad, you have a much better chance of getting that kid to commit to your university. Yep. Just because they like all the glitz and the glamour doesn't necessarily mean that they'll go there, because if mom and dad don't like it, the kids are making their own decision and the parents say as much. But at the end of the day, if mom and dad don't like it, a lot of the times the kids are not going to go there.
Be hard pressed. It's going to be hard pressed. I love it. I love it.
Being willing to adapt, whether that's changing landscapes in college football, whether that's something different with your specific team, whether that's how you need to handle recruiting athletes. Being willing to adapt and willing to continue to learn, I think is crucial. I think it's crucial, especially in today's day and age. NIL, everybody knows about it. Nobody really understands it, but being able to adapt to just doing things I think legally, right? Obviously, I think that plays a major factor into it.
Hey, come on! If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. No, I'm just.
I mean, you're not
That's
wrong.
Rico's mantra with the Patriots.
It is.
6 Super Bowls later, baby.
6 Super Bowls later. But Nick, you're right. In this day and age, we're full transparency. You got to be honest with these kids, man, because they can read through that bull crap, man.
Well, it's that, and then also, if it ever comes out on social media, they're gonna find out about it. Like
maybe real time.
If you are not, if you don't have all of your bases covered and all of like every detail, to a T, you will get exposed, and they will be able to find it out on a dime.
I got a question, AD. When you were being recruited
by Kansas State,
how many
almost went there.
Of the other
hate
recruits
Kansas
to Nebraska did you talk to that weren't in the state?
How many what again?
Of the recruits during your time did you talk to that weren't from in the state? And like how often did you talk to them?
Man, some of the cats I never even met because we didn't have the access of social media.
And that's what I'm saying.
Things of that nature. I mean, we had pagers. I mean, and I didn't get a beeper until I got into college. My parents couldn't afford that.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I did tassel, but I wasn't spending on no dang pager. I was buying some gear from the Post Nickel.
Mm-hmm.
But to your point, we didn't. Now, the in-state guys, a lot of times, you know, me, Clinton Childs, Damon Benning, Eric Stokes, we were basically went to East. I was at Lincoln High. I didn't know a lot of those guys. And I met a lot of those guys in the Shrine Bowl. And we checked in for the Shrine Bowl practice in July. That's when I met a lot of the guys, not even from out of state, Rico, just out of Lincoln. That's where I met a lot of them because it's like there was a lot you had to do to even get a phone number of another guy, you know. So now to your point, these guys, look at Dan Kalen. He's been one of their biggest recruiters right now because of Instagram, because of Snapchat, because of all the different platforms that are out there. Cell phones itself, they can text, they can snap. It's a different beast, man. And the coaches, so to your point, none.
Mm-hmm.
None.
And that's what I was talking about. You know, Raff said transparency and Nick said, you know, adapting. And that's the hard part about it is now these kids are all talking to each other. So if you tell one kid one thing, you tell another kid another thing, they're going to talk to each other. They're going to find out, okay, who's he lying to?
Well, that goes to my next point of facilities are great. Location, great.
Mm-hmm.
But the people in the room are the most important part of it.
Right.
And right, you talk about the parents and you talk about the family and winning them over. A lot of times you'll win the recruit then.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a jerk or if you're a liar or you're not true to your word or honest or transparent, you can kiss all that goodbye. I don't care how much you spend on a facility.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I mean, look at not to say like Northwestern is bad at recruiting. The only thing that's hard for them is the fact that the academic entrance stuff is so hard.
Mm-hmm.
They built that new facility right on the lake, the golf simulator and everything.
Yep.
They're still not getting 5 stars.
Nope. No. And it had one win last year against guess who?
We don't talk about that, right? We're done. Hey, we don't talk about the past.
Do you know?
Unless it's far enough back, and then we can talk about it.
Rico's like, that one still kind of hurts.
we didn't say incarnate word for at least 5 years,
bruh. You know what I'm saying? You guys, here's another thing. I want you guys to think about this, man. When it comes to recruiting, we talked about transparency, adaptability. Raff, you brought up that adaptability as well. What else did you say with yours, man?
Well, I was just actually thinking back to the recruiting in the old days. Now, you know, the big thing now is having players like, hey, we got Daniel Kalen, so now he's out, you know, recruiting his players and like that. I'm thinking back to like our time. I mean, back in the day, I'm trying to think when it changed, when you didn't have to pay long distance for a telephone call.
You said what now?
Back in the day, you had to pay long distance for a telephone call.
Yes.
So there really wasn't much communication with anybody outside of the outside of your city for the most part, because your parents be like, well, you make that long distance phone call, you got to pay for that. And you're like, yeah, well, I think we're not going to be doing that.
Well, you think about this too, though, bro. You think about this too. With those calls and everything that come in, some of those kids didn't have phones. I mean, that's something you have to really look at. I mean, in this day and age, we're like, what do you mean you have a phone? No, literally, some cats didn't have a phone, or after your point, they didn't have long distance service.
Yeah.
If you remember the phone cards, Raff?
Oh yeah.
Nick, you have no idea what a phone card is, do you,
No
bro?
idea.
Yeah.
The phone cards. Some of the people on the text line, you remember those phone
You had
cards?
to pay for minutes.
Yeah, it gave you excess number of minutes, so you could make phone calls. So it gave you that accessibility to do that. But there was a time and age to where you needed a phone card to make long distance phone calls, or you weren't making that phone call.
Yeah.
You know, I'd go to trips or not family trips with buddies or something at camp. I'd get a phone card. You look at it right now, these guys, I mean, they're snapping.
You're in contact with everybody.
And with everybody. Group chat. Think about this. Your whole recruiting class could be on the same on the whole Snapchat. Let's say they have Android. Then you're in some trouble.
I mean, I heard that.
Yeah.
But there's just stuff that you look back, like I'm thinking back to like even when cell phones first came out, I had 30 minutes of talk time for the entire month.
On your BlackBerry?
Oh no, this was a big.
Oh
brick-like
no,
phone.
the brick phone,
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you
like
right
they had
now.
in Saved by the Bell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah,
What was
smaller
like?
than
It wasn't
that.
the it was the
Smaller
flip.
than
It was the
that.
flip phone. In
Okay.
fact, Nick, right down the street to the right, you know where that the DWS shoe store is at?
Yep.
And that restaurant that's right up there?
Yes.
They used to be called Cellular One.
Yep.
Oh,
That was a
the
cell
old, the
phone
old
place.
Boston Market.
That I think it was that building.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it was Old
That
Boston
area,
Market building.
yeah.
It was called Cellular One. So you might get 30. Once you talked up those 30 minutes on the week, you was done talking, bro.
And when you went over the 30, so I had 30
Charge
minutes,
you like crazy.
30 minutes for the month. That's what I had when I first got my first cell phone. I thought I was hot, like, hey, 30 minutes is going to be great. I ran up 2 consecutive bills of $600.
Oh my goodness!
Because once you go over that 30 minutes, it's like $2, $2, $2,
Shoot.
$2.
So your parents gave you a second chance, or were you paying for
No,
the bill?
I was paying for the bill.
Okay. I was gonna say my mom and dad would be like, oh,
My parents never knew about that.
Oh,
If you're listening right now, surprise.
that's insane.
It's
What a tough time.
it's so different.
You're
now.
so lucky to be this young when you are,
Nick, there's a lot of truth to that. David Renew says right in the text line, in the Marine Corps, we got phone cards for my family so we could wait at a bank of pay phones to call home. Absolutely, at the bay.
Well, kind of lucky. I wouldn't say totally lucky. I think when we grew up was probably the best time.
You know what? Yeah, I want to get into that too because Nick, like I said yesterday, we didn't have Wi-Fi. We had outside.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you went
outside.
outside to go play.
I mean, that's what we did. I mean, that's what
And
I
through Twitter.
I
Absolutely.
should
There's a
say.
lot of text. I mean, there's a lot of recruiting that goes on through Twitter right now that didn't happen before. These coaches, like rulinism, whatever you want to call it. He's typing in emojis and things like that.
The ruling
And
language.
think about this, Raff. Think about this, Nick. You have another coach, Narduzzi at Pitt, taking shots, veiled shots, because of social media. Can you see Tom saying, yeah, well, our postcards are better than your postcards? I mean, it's just different. But if you don't adapt to those differences, you will be left behind. We got more recruiting to talk about when we come back, folks. It's The Drive. Nick holding it down the board. It's AD and Raff. And also check us out on channel 951 on Allo. You can do that, one of our partners now. We're right back with The Drive.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in June. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. It's in Lincoln and one in Seward and Joe.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox FXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms will be a possibility late this afternoon. It will be hot with a high of 93. Very light south winds at around 10. Overnight dropping down to around 65 with partly cloudy skies. We'll see a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, just a touch cooler with a high of 87. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your looking great. John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
It's hot. The kids' summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely serving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
If you or someone is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. On July 6th, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Koppel discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors. Convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Pork mac and cheese, the grilled sherbet sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule a catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is proudly sponsored by Florio's Italian Restaurant and Grill just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Florio's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company comes together. Whether it's a family dinner, a date night, or a catch-up with old friends, Florio's is the perfect place to make special memories. They have your favorite Italian dishes, cooked fresh to order, paired with hand-picked Italian wines. So you can visit FloriosNE.com or call 402-423-5576 to make your reservation or place a takeout order.
There it is.
Got it.
Florio's.
Big shout out to Best. Appreciate you, brother. You and your team there at Florio's. Amazing food. You know, we back on the recruiting again, guys. You can have all the bells and whistles you want at your university. And at the end of the day, we know you have to win. I mean, that's just the balance thing. You have to win to be considered by some of these guys, or at least be able to show the visions we talked about before. When it comes to recruiting, and you can see the vigor and the discipline and the diligence of this current staff, man. And again, The guy I wish, I was listening to hear that right now. I wish Kenny would have been retained, but I understand people bringing their own guys. But Kenny, it wasn't something that he did. It was a part of who he was. And I think when you look at the great coaches, the great assistants, just a great coach regardless, it's got to be who you are. And I'm not saying coaching defines who you are, but our society does. But I'm simply saying is this: you got to love this thing so much it becomes part of your DNA.
Yep.
It can't be when you can't just be interested. Are you invested or are you interested? If you're interested, you'll do it when it's convenient. But if you are invested, you're going to do it regardless of how you feel that day. And I see with this staff right now, I see some people that are invested in this thing. I don't know. Nick, help me out. Raff, help me out. When was the last time Nebraska did a satellite camp?
So I'll take it a step further. They did them under Scott Frost. Scott Frost was not in attendance.
What's the purpose then?
So that's what I would say. They did them under Scott Frost.
Where did we do them
at? Florida.
Well, okay, that's right. We did, but that was what, 2018, 19?
It would have been 2018, 2019.
Because we didn't do them in 2020.
Yeah,
Obviously, COVID, you couldn't. You couldn't during COVID.
Yeah.
2021 was still kind of an iffy year, so I get that.
So I'm pretty sure pre-COVID, because I mean, remember this staff had so many connections down in Florida. Travis Fisher, one of them, and so they did them in Florida. I know for sure. I'm just, if I remember correctly, the head coach was not there here. Matt Rule is down in Texas. Matt Rule is speaking at places down in Texas. It's like a little Big Red tour down there.
Yeah.
Because it's like he's stopping at one high school, doing a camp, then going somewhere to speak, then going to another high school on his way back to go do a camp, and then he's doing a speaking engagement. Then he's doing another camp, all on the way back to Lincoln, and that's a form of recruiting.
Yep.
You know what, bro?
FaceTime.
You that FaceTime. You make the travel pay for you. You make it work for you. Raff, who was the kid that our coach found out at Colorado? He was just, outside Denver. Parker.
Yeah.
He was literally just driving by the school.
And stopped, and the coach said, "Hey, we might have somebody." I can't remember that.
So it was Marcus Satterfield. Oh crap!
Was just you'll see it. See if you can find that. Nick,
I just gotta pull up there.
He's literally just driving through.
Yep.
Hey, I haven't stopped at this high school before. Again, that's want to, leaving no rock unturned because you can't afford to. Goes in there, introduces himself, comes out with a recruit.
That's how it's done.
That's the type of mentality you have to have when you're, because see, think about this. You're either going to be relentless, all right, or you're going to be reserved.
Yep.
We can't afford, no top tier program is reserved. They're not. They understand in order to stay at this top, we have to be relentless when it comes to recruiting, man.
DeAndre Barnes.
Barnes was like a quarterback or a safety?
Running back.
Yep. You never hear of this guy. What do you have? Was it Air Force Academy that offered, or Colorado Springs? Colorado
that
State?
offered him?
That offered. I know it wasn't a ton of schools because he was kind of just under the radar type guy.
Yeah. It was.
And I was wrong. He is.
I think he's a defensive back.
He's listed as a defensive back. I thought they got him as maybe I'm way off.
I heard defensive back, but maybe athlete.
He's listed as a defensive back.
Mm-hmm.
But Air Force, Bowling Green, BYU, Nevada were the. Okay, so then along with Wyoming, and those were the only offers.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado and Colorado State had interest, didn't offer him, though.
Right. But that was just making a drive by a school.
Yep.
Making a drive by a school. When you're going to be gone, here's the same thing, you guys. This afternoon on the airplane, okay, I got 2 books that I'm going to devour and jump into. Then I'll probably watch a movie later tonight. Actually watching the game tonight. On the way home, that depending on how long the flight is, that first hour is work time, and then I'm just going to kind of decompress. Why? If I'm going to be gone, I want it to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that I am maximizing that time gone. Now, if it's vacation, that's one thing different. It's a work trip, man. Those guys attack that philosophy like this is a work trip. Why wouldn't we stop at that school?
Yep.
And the thing about it, the coach that was talking about earlier, special teams coach, forget his last name, Foley. That many schools had only been here a few months. We hadn't seen that type of attraction and that type of discipline in years. But getting to know those coaches, man, like I said, they might not have anybody right now, but they might next year, or 2 years, or 3 years. Or maybe that coach goes to a school to where there is more talent, but he realizes you've established a relationship with me and with us. So granted, if we have a guy, we're going to let you know. That's how it just blows my mind how that's been lacking for so long. Real fast, Chase B says here, I know it's off topic, but the Lincoln Stars main camp starts today at the Breslow, open to the public to watch. Chase B, thanks for that, man. Raff, go ahead, big dog.
I was just going to say, I talked earlier about just having the FaceTime, and like even with Coach Rule, like having a satellite camp and then your head coach doesn't show up. I know that, yeah, the camp can still go on. The coaches are going to see your players and stuff like that. But just that seeing the head coach, it's very powerful. I think back to the old Nebraska football camp days. One of the guys that was always out there on the field watching, was he, down in all the drills coaching and stuff like that, was Coach Osborne. He was always standing around. He was always walking around, making his way, but just having that FaceTime with him. I still remember when I was at the football camp, I had like a baseball game I had to go to. And I still remember walking up to Coach Osborne going, Coach Osborne, I got a baseball game tonight. Do you mind if I leave? And I'm sure he's looking at me like, I could care less, but still, like, you have that.
Cared.
You still have that
presence,
and that FaceTime. The more FaceTime they get, the better. That's why that satellite camp, I think it was in Houston yesterday, was so huge. Is you're getting to meet, or not even meeting. I think you're probably seeing younger brothers of players and stuff that he's probably recruited in the past, because they say that he had met everybody when he went down there at Baylor, that how he put such a strong mark on Baylor just because he had such good friendships and contacts and everything like that. So he probably went down there yesterday, and they probably had little brothers coming up going, oh, you talked to my brother like 4 or 5 years ago when you were at camp. So
the recruit we got.
Yeah.
I always mess up his name. I don't know what's his name.
Prince Will. Umami Yellen.
His mom has a restaurant. Yep. Because that relationship, the reason why that relationship with his brother still continue all those years when he was at Baylor. Yep. Folks, we do want to talk about the recruits that were offered yesterday. I can't say recruits, but they were offered yesterday in right there in Texas at that satellite camp. They're not messing around. Folks, neither are we with the breaks. We got to keep the breaks rolling. This is The Drive with AD and Raff. Nick Colan down. We're right back. The Ticket.
Are you working or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The Butchery is Lincoln's premier quality venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our venue at home at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast lunch in June. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Coppell discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street, or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carryout, or schedule catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
90 The Ticket. FXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Scattered showers and thunderstorm possibility late this afternoon. It will be 3. Very light south around 10. Overnight dropping down around 65 with partly cloudy skies. We'll see a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Just a touch cooler with a high of 87. I'm Meteorology 7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket, proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln, so apply today at sandhills.jobs. Got it. Boom.
Big shout out to Sandhills also.
Sandhills.
We appreciate
I think we have some listeners out there, too. I know that. Oh, and we forgot. Oh, I forgot there was a text and I missed it. They said they listen to us every day.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
And folks, appreciate you guys for listening to us. And also, like I said, if you can't, if you're in and out throughout the morning when you can't, you can always download us, download the shows online, Apple, iTunes, Spotify as well. So download all shows. If you like this one, hopefully you like all of them. Download the shows. They're right available on those 3 platforms: Apple, Spotify. What's the other one I'm missing right there?
Apple, Spotify,
Twitch,
Amazon Prime, Apple Podcasts, Twitch. I mean, you can go back, watch the streams on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere.
Spread the word.
You do. What about RGT, baby?
RGT. You know what we need.
Ready to hit it?
Bring it. Right. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take right now. Beautifully done.
What you got for us, brother?
All right. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to Isabella Elgert. So Isabella, she is, I just don't want to say she's a golfer because she's a scholar. I've had a chance to meet her a couple of times. She's the daughter of Chris Elgert. So she has been playing in the Nebraska Women's Match Play Championship this past week.
Yeah.
And
did you see that shot just now?
I've seen some, but I was been keeping tracks of her. So she is going to be a junior next year at Lincoln East. Well, in this match play yesterday, she played against Caitlin Hanna from Iowa, not from Iowa, from the University of Iowa. She's playing college players. She ended up losing. She lost 1-up in the quarterfinals of the Nebraska Women's Match Play Championship. And I just wanted to just give her the Raff's good take. Just in the times that we've been around, we've been golfing, and Chris is always out there with his kids, and she's always just got a really good demeanor about her. And I know she's like, her academics are crazy insane. So I just wanted to give Raff's good take to her and just congratulate her on just, representing the way she did at the Nebraska Women's Match Play Championships.
It's a trip. You just brought her name up because Elger just put a picture on Instagram. She was this close away just now from a hole-in-one at Wild Horse. Raff, that's why I thought you seen that same video.
No, I did not.
Oh my God.
I've been keeping track of it the last couple of days just for the fact that, and it's crazy is she, I think, just really picked up the game like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, if that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. That girl is a freak of nature, but she also, her practice habits are a freak of nature as well. She gets after it. John and Cortland goes too fast. As for tomorrow, youngsters, today is good. Tomorrow should be great. All about the potential. Absolutely, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, folks. Appreciate you all. Again, definitely download those past episodes and even this episode on the others as well on those available platforms. Today's Attitude Adjuster. And it's something that we've all understand too, and it's important. But the Attitude Adjuster is also brought to you by Integrated Life Choices. ILC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time days, evenings, and weekends, help ensure a meaningful life for the people you support and helping to achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at ilc.net/careers. Again, it's ilc.net/careers. On social media, folks, the Attitude Adjuster today is this: get your sleep. Get your sleep. I'm not one that's going to say you need to get 8 hours. No, everybody's sleep patterns are different. Some of these people talk about. Now, with that being said, not sleeping at all is not a good sleeping pattern, or getting 2 or 3 hours. Because, folks, here's a reality. When I get on that plane at 2 o'clock, I don't want to hear the pilots talking to the cockpit saying, you only got 2 or 3 hours last night. I hope I can fly this thing. No. I want that pilot. I want them to be rested and ready to go. Here's a quick little quote on that, guys. A good, not that one. Frustration comes more easily when you're tired. Make sure you're allowing both your body and your spirit enough time to rest. I know some of you have different situations. You work first shift, second shift, third shift. What am I simply saying? Get your sleep when you can. Get your rest when you can. I'm speaking to myself on that. I made a point last night. I'm getting my tail to bed early and had a long day today. And I just feel refreshed. I feel rejuvenated. Nick will tell you just yesterday, man, I was struggling. I could not get to sleep the night before. I was tired. I was sluggish. And you know what? I feel rested today. Folks, frustration creeps in a lot faster when you're tired and just don't have your rest. Do as much. That sounds elementary, but it's still the truth. Yes, folks, sleep. I know that things you want to get done, but sleep is still important. Get your rest so you can be ready, mind, body, and spirit for the day. That's our day, man. I will not be with you guys tomorrow, but you guys keep it rolling, man.
Uh-oh.
Be in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah.
May call in before talk or after the talk, but I will be gone. Different time zone, too.
All right. Well, everybody, it's been another great show. And also, tonight at 6 o'clock, The Wide World of Raff premieres on 93.7 The Ticket with special guest, former head coach Dan Kindig. So join me. We'll just learn about his life, and we'll just roll on from there. So have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.